Yo, what's going on YouTube? Devilish Combo here again. And today, we're going to be reacting to DSP Interviews Go to Hell after getting ghosted by guests. Now, this was originally uploaded by DSP Tries It. He's got a lot of great content. If you haven't heard of DSP Tries It, you should go give them a look. I'll leave a link in the description to their channel. I highly recommend you go check them out if you want to catch up on anything in regards to DSP. And with my ADHD, I'm not subscribed to them. I'll go ahead and do that now. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check out this video here because I'm interested to see what happened and why his guest didn't show up. Let's find out, shall we?
But I have an important announcement to make. Ever since my resurgence, right, I did a series of interviews that I feel were all pretty interesting for different reasons. You know, the Keemstar interview, no one expected to go well, and it was probably internet breaking in some ways, how well it went. Then we had the interview with Stuttering Craig, which I completely destroyed the fucking guy, and he embarrassed himself publicly.
I've been doing this for almost 20 years. So people have a pretty good idea of me and my character. And for you to attack my character, I mean this with all due respect, Phil. Go fuck yourself.
Oh my God!
Ooh.
What the
See, now I don't know if I've actually seen that. I think I have seen that interview, and I'm fairly confident that that did not go the way that Phil thinks that it went at all.
You're saying you're extending that olive branch, and you're saying that that opportunity is there again, possibly not a lock-in, but it's possible that I could be on your show.
Sure.
Okay, I'm not interested. Go fuck yourself.
Uh,
Which is exactly
yo!
what I thought he was going to do, but it is what it is. Then we had the interview with June the King after my documentary had come out, and then we had an interview with someone called Tolomeo, who's a streamer who I used to have interactions with many years ago. Now, all that happened, and then it's been like about a month almost, and I haven't had an interview, all right? And you may be wondering why, and I've told you some of the reasons why, but in a nutshell, I'm just going to be as transparent as possible, okay? The people who would be interested, or you would be interested in seeing me interview, okay? For example, let's talk about like Boogie and stuff like that. These people are not people who, I hate to say it, are very professional. Like Boogie, I'm not even kidding you. Boogie still hasn't accepted my Discord friend request.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black because you're not in any way professional yourself, Phil. You might like to act like you're professional and better than like Boogie and all of this other stuff, but you're really not. Like, at all, in no way, shape, or form are you professional by any fucking means.
What?
Oh no, I got an ad, go away. This one fly, if
He
I
wants to
catch
do this
it.
interview. He tells everyone on his own show he's coming on my show to do the interview. He's still not accepted my Discord request, so there's no way we could ever do an interview. You get it? So here's the thing. These people, I've been, working on trying to get certain people on the show that I thought would be interesting or based off of drama purposes and things like that. And I'm going to be very honest and transparent with you guys right now. I'm fucking tired of it at this point. Oh my God. Like, I'm just so tired of this stupid shit. I really am. Like, talking with these people behind the scenes every night, trying to get their attention. One day they're interested, the next day they're not. And, or they're interested, but then they just don't respond for 2 weeks. And it's like, listen, I have a lot of stuff that I can do on my show. I can do game news. I can talk about topics of games that I'm playing. We could be talking about my detractors or review tech. I could be watching and reacting to other content. There's lots of things to do on the Level 1 podcast outside of getting people on here for interviews, all right? And in truth, I've enjoyed doing a lot of this new content. I feel like the podcast has a new life to it. That's awesome stuff. I can't wait. I'm having so much fun now. This is cool because I'm getting that positive vibe that I had for most of 2017. I'm getting it back now. But now I'm getting that groove back, getting that vibe back. I'm ready for fun stuff. I hope you guys are ready too. Because we're doing all this different stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see the point in me constantly going out of my way trying to contact all these people, and then they just fucking are so flaky, right? They really are. Like, there's one person who I really wanted to interview, but at this point, this person is just so ignorant to how the internet works that they actually believe everything my detractors have actually said about me. So there's
Well, that's because 99% of the stuff that your detractors say about you are actually true. Like, they're not just making shit up. They're not just lying about it. The majority of the shit that we say is actually fucking true, Phil. Like, we don't just make shit up and pull it out of our ass to talk about you. No, it's actually fucking true.
no point in me trying to win this person over because they're just going to keep watching more detractor content and then making other excuses to why not to do the interview. So I'm done trying, right? Boogie, I've been trying to get Boogie on the show since the moment Keemstar was on the show. And he says he wants to do it. He swears he wants to do it. Then I don't hear from him for days. Then all of a sudden he wants to do it again. Then I don't hear from him for days. Then he wants to do it during my night stream the day before without me even having announced he's coming on yet because he didn't confirm. He's still not adding me to Discord. At this point, I don't care. Let's see.
I mean, to be fair though, that kind of just sounds like Boogie. Like, in all honesty, that just sounds like how Boogie operates anyway.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Really, and I'm just being, again, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just being transparent. I'm at my wit's end and I just don't care about this shit anymore. Like, I shouldn't have to every night before I go to bed sit around DMing 20 people. Hey, are you still interested? Hey, this, that. I don't care. To be honest, I'm just being very.
So you don't want to do the actual effort and the work that it takes to get somebody in for an interview on a podcast. Like, it requires a pretty constant stream of communication and working with schedules and making sure that it lines up right. You can't just shoot somebody one message, hey, would you like to do an interview, and then have the next message back, be like, yes, absolutely, I'm available at this day, I can do it right then, and work exactly right then. No, it takes like a pretty decent amount of communication and effort on both parties' part to make an interview happen.
Rather have fun. Like at night, before I go to sleep, I should be able to watch a couple funny clips. Maybe watch a movie. Because people have been saying, did you watch any horror movies this month? One. I watched one at the very beginning of October because I'm working every fucking night after I'm offline. I'm still working, trying to get people on the show. And I realized, like, I don't know why I'm doing that.
Well, I mean, it only takes you a couple of seconds to be like, hey, you want to do an interview? Hey, you want to do an interview? You do that 5, 6 times. That took like 5 minutes out of your night, and then you could go watch your movie. Like, does Phil think he has to be attached to his phone and like looking at it the entire time, and he can't do anything else but sit there on his phone and wait for these people to reply to his message? Like, 'cause that's not how it works.
Like, why am I working my ass off when there's no guarantee of any kind of payoff for these fucking people even coming on the show? Right? Listen, personally, I think that if Boogie came on this show, it would be entertaining. That's my take. A lot of people disagree with me because a lot of people hate this guy, right?
And for a pretty good reason. Like, I'll get to reacting to some Boogie stuff on my channel, but a lot of people have very, very valid reasons for being upset with Boogie because of all the shit that he's pulled, okay?
I get it, but I still feel like if I managed to get him on the show, it would be entertaining. But at this point, I just don't care. And it's not just him. There's other people as well who I've been talking with for weeks, and it's just like, I just don't care anymore. I'll tell you this. There's two people who I'm interested in still having on the show. One of which you know, Wings of Redemption. I would love to have him on the show when he's ready. He just had surgery. He's going to be in recovery. When he's up to it and feeling better, and he wants to do the show.
Wings just had surgery? I have not looked at any of Wings' content in months at this point. I did not know he just had surgery. That might be the next video I do, is a catch up on Wings of Redemption, because I did not know that. So I hope he gets better. I don't know what the surgery was about, but going under the knife is always scary.
I have an open door policy that he can come on the show. All right. And I know that he'll actually hopefully contact me and get into, and we'll talk about it. All right. And there's one other person who I've been in the talks with for many months, actually, about the potential of appearing on my show. And I would like to have him on, too, when he's ready. But outside of that,
Woohoo!
I just don't care. Literally, I don't give a fuck. Especially when you got morons like Review Tech who are like, I'm going to leak Phil's DMs. Go ahead. I didn't do anything wrong in any of these DMs. These are DMs trying to get people's attention, to get them to be on the show, who I think would be interesting. There's nothing I'm hiding in these DMs. It's not like I put horrible things in these fucking DMs to the people. These people are unhinged. I'm going to leak Phil's DMs for attention because I don't have content. Good for you. Did it work? Has it really been your big break yet that you leaked DSP's DMs to you trying to get an interview? You're a moron. So that's the truth, is that I just don't care anymore. All right? I don't care about Rich.
The more that you sit there and say that you don't care, the more you actually care. Like, that's how the fuck that works, Phil. Like, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be talking about it at all. You wouldn't bring it up. You wouldn't be harping on about it for the 6 minutes that you've been harping on about it.
I don't care about Jay. I don't care about Boogie. I don't care about the other 7, 8 people who have been trying to get on the show. If they were interested, they would have come on by now. And at this point, I'm just tired of spending time on this shit. Quite frankly, I also don't want to grind for fucking diamonds over and over to do this. This is a waste of my fucking time. This game sucks. So I'm done with the interviews, except Wings of Redemption when he's ready, and or this other person who I've been in the talks with. But at this point, I just don't care anymore. I'm bored. I don't want to spend time every night trying to reach out to people and talk to people and say, hey, will you come on the show? And then I get ghosted for a week. And then they come back, oh, yeah, I'm interested. And then they ghost me for another week. Well, then I don't care about you. You're boring. Really, I'm trying to get interest, but I give up. I'd much rather have a show where we can have content where we laugh and we enjoy each other's company and we talk, rather than every night I have to fucking bust my ass trying to get people to be on this fucking show. I don't care. This wasn't, the whole idea was it was supposed to be DSP Asks It. Remember, this was a show I was going to do on my React channel a year and a half, 2 years ago. And it was going to be an interview series. And I really enjoyed doing it. I wanted to do it. And I couldn't do it because of the bullshit side scroller stuff. So now that panned out and passed away. No, it passed by, I guess I should say. It kind of died out. No one cares about the side scroller shit anymore after I fucking felt and craked the shit.
No, that is not what you did at all. I saw that interview. You got your fucking shit ran through in that fucking interview, dog. You got fucking worked.
So now, it's okay, do people actually want to do it or not? I guess not, so I don't care. All right? The king has much better fucking things to do with his time than wasting time talking with these people every night and then getting nothing out of it because they're just fucking unprofessional bores, quite frankly. All right? So, that's that. You don't need to ask me about who's coming on the show as a guest. I'll let you know if and when there is one. For now, I'm just tired of it. I don't want to keep saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. You know me, I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver. False. Wrong.
Yeah, completely fucking false. Completely fucking wrong. You do that shit fucking constantly, Phil.
Wrong. Incorrect. Negative. No. Imagine if I had promised you guys that Boogie was going to be on this show this week and how many people would have been disappointed. I'm glad I never did. And that's what I mean. I have better things to do with my time. I literally have 10 tabs open on my browser right now of potential things to do on the show today. I don't need these people for interviews. Okay? So there you go. I'm done with that nonsense. Now, in the meantime, if you guys are interested in being on the show, for example, if there is someone out there who's interested, feel free to reach out to me. But I'm done actively going after people to be on the show. At this point, I just don't care. I don't need these people, I'll be honest with you guys. When Keemstar was on the show, he said a few things. For example, he says, I hope that you can keep the momentum going. I hope you don't blow it. And interesting interviews right off the bat would be Review Tech and Stuttering Craig. Stuttering Craig, I did right away. Review Tech is never going to happen. But you know what I'm saying? I tried to take the advice from someone on the internet who knows what he's doing and gets attention for his content. And I was like, I'm going to try. I tried my best, all right? But if
Did
these
you, though?
fucking bums are gonna be just unprofessional bums and can't be fucking talked to, then I don't give a fuck. Done with the nonsense. And I'm putting my foot down on that, so stop asking, too. I mean it like, is this person gonna come on? Is that person gonna come on? No. 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 No.
How dare you ask Phil a question? Like, don't you know he's above all of you? You can't ask Phil questions in his chat. He'll tell you when he decides you're worthy for the information. How dare you ask Phil a question? What's wrong with you?
No. They're not. They're not coming on. There you go. Jim did a $2 super chat saying Boogie added me on Discord. That's fascinating. I don't care. Thanks for the super chat. I guess you weren't listening to anything I just said on the show, huh? I really guess you weren't listening to anything I just said on the show about interviews and guests. I said there's two people I'd like to have on as a guest. One is Wings of Redemption, and the other is a person who I've been working with for actually a few months, and I'm still interested in that. Just haven't had it happen yet. Outside of that, I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Alright, he doesn't give a fuck,
Disney
y'all.
Speedstorm is available now.
If you did not know, Phil doesn't give a fuck at all. He is done giving a fuck. Oh, me. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what to think about that. It sounded like just a bunch of whiny bullshit. Wow. Well, it's good to know that Phil hasn't changed any, even though I hopped out of his universe for a while. It's still good old Phil. Good old asshole Phil. Jeez. Later, YouTube.